Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love that love watching some Castlevania.
Yes, we do.
So this is Castlevania Season 4, Episode 2, and you can get full watch-along reactions for this and get early ad-free access on Patreon. The link is down below in the description of this video, along with a playlist, so you can catch up on some Castlevania. If this is the first time you're checking us out, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
All right, ready to do this?
So ready.
Okay. Checking in on how Hector's life as a pet is going. Hands behind his back like they're bound. With an invisible chain. His clothes are much better.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's adapted.
Ooh, what a library.
Right? All that, and he chose to pick a diary to read. What the hell?
Yeah, that was odd.
What is he? I mean, all in the cracks. The symbol, was it?
Oh, well, none of this will matter if you don't make that bloody hammer. Why can't you just wave your fingers like a wizard to raise the dead or whatever?
The Forge Master works through an instrument.
That may be the worst justification for a man holding his penis that I've ever heard. And I am 200 years old.
Look, I am a Forge Master.
I didn't invent the name, all right? That's just what they call us.
And the magic has to be focused through an instrument, like breath being pushed through a flute.
This isn't getting any better.
I'm the bloody hammer. Is that better?
Your special hammer.
Would you stop?
It has to be made from scratch.
Like a flute with no holes for fingering.
Why'd you stop?
When you blow it, nothing comes out. I'm bored and it's fun to horrify you. Carmilla, she's getting very cross.
Oh dear, how sad.
Never mind.
Can you make something simpler?
We all use different things. Isaac used a knife.
Still does.
You know what I'm going to say.
Work faster.
Faster.
Yes.
It needs to be perfect, or nothing will come out of the end.
Nice. Touche.
Has Hector made his fucking hammer yet?
He's still working on it.
He's stalling.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Would you suspect a ragdoll of planning to steal your coin purse?
I'm just warning you.
She had total control over him.
Have kept him around in his own castle if he were that dangerous?
I would have liked that castle.
Dracula's castle?
Yes. I didn't see a lot of it in the end. But I'm sure it was full of interesting and wonderful things.
I'm compelled to point out that you already have a nice castle.
Very nice castle.
Because I take things away from stupid, evil old men. It's what I do. We could take the entire world for our own. Wouldn't you want that?
I don't know.
This sweet little girl act doesn't work on me, Lenore.
I I never thought of anything that big before.
Start.
Answer my question first. Will you be happy when you have all this?
She'll always want more.
After which we formed our little enclave. We tried not to do more harm. We tried to make a home. And then the wolf people came from the north, and the armies from the west, and every other bastard came for us. And we asked for help. What did the rest of the vampire world say? Bloody women, they said. Let them die, they said. So I'm going to take everything from everybody. I was in Dracula's castle. I went there to see what I could get out of it. Get some more power for myself, some more security for us. What I found was him and his people just fucking it up. And I saw right there that I could take the world away from him and have it for myself. Oh. The world, Lenore. Will I be happy when I've done that? I don't know. I don't know if I even care. But I will have everything that they had, and they will all be dead. I will have the world I want, Lenore. And that will be enough. Having everything will be enough.
Is this what it was all for?
What on earth did you think this was all about?
He's made it.
Try not to burn the barn down while we're in it.
I did that one time.
One time was enough.
Switching to ice then.
It was 10 feet tall. So what? 8 feet tall isn't giant?
They're very good, aren't they?
Nah, they're annoying.
Pretty. Smooth skin. I want to wear their skin.
Yeah, so I was thinking he'd want it. Woo! Okay. Cavalry, nice.
Who are they?
Oh, they know how to handle themselves.
Yeah, they do.
Sack of potatoes. Oh no!
Oh. Oh.
Ah. Uh-oh. Booty bump.
This one is very tough to kill.
Oh! Oh, dude. Scythe. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
He's not used to that weapon. Get your whip, get your whip, get your whip. Oh, slick move. Oh no. Both got each other's back.
They are trying to find the underground court to ransack its many magical treasures for their cause.
We would be interested in seeing this court.
To evaluate the threat.
We would be delighted to have you join the royal struggle.
Well, good.
Help us sink Targarishta. Gladly. But not yet. I cannot take you to the court until I am certain I can trust you.
What kind of test do you need?
Oh, shit.
Well, she was interesting.
You mean a little crazy?
Oh, yes.
You poor bastards.
Oh, I know you're not robbing the dead.
Absolutely not.
And I've seen enough glowing rocks for a while. They lead to trouble.
We're right to. Why invite trouble? We never do that.
Okay, love the interaction between Hector and Lenore. Yeah, it was just it was fun. I mean, I guess Hector has been settling in and like he's plotting something for sure. He was communicating with somebody. I don't know if he was communicating with that vampire that we had seen in this episode in the barn and the last one, because he was talking about like you have to go to the exact site where he died. And if he's trying to like resurrect Dracula as well, maybe to make up for the fact of betraying him, or maybe he's talking to Isaac because Isaac has one of those mirrors. I don't know that Isaac would like trust him or like, you know, he wants revenge against Hector. So I wouldn't think it'd be Isaac, but yeah, that made me curious. And then also what Hector was like placing around the castle, like in those little places.
Yeah, I have no idea what Hector is up to, but I'm very curious about it. And to your point, I think when I saw the mirror, because I knew Isaac had one, the default in my brain was to assume Isaac. But to your point, Isaac hates Hector's guts right now.
Yeah.
And we have no reason to believe that that's changed. So, yeah, curious who he may be speaking to. I loved the scene between Lenore and Camilla. Just because I thought that was so informative for both of their characters. Lenore at first comes across so young and innocent and kind of like the baby sister of the group. We then in season 3 are just blown away by how incredibly intelligent she is and super manipulative.
Great
and
diplomat.
Incredibly, diplomatic and like she's a great politician. So like, that's where we've left our impression of her. And yet the scene with Camilla makes it seem like she has so misjudged her own sister.
Yeah.
And maybe not blood sister, but vampire sister. So you know what I mean by that. And that was kind of surprising because it was almost like that scene took us back to the beginning with Lenore and she was the little girl out of her depth. And Camilla was, we know she's damaged from like the brief background story that we get of her in season 3, and she was cruelly treated by this old guy and her path for revenge against all rich old men is, we know where it comes from, but to hear how like that revenge is driving her so fully, and yet even she has the self-awareness to know it's not going to make her happy. And like the greed for power, the greed for materialism, as a way of making herself kind of superior and maybe even safe. I mean, she would never admit that, but it feels kind of like that might be where it's coming from. All of that was just so insightful into her. And she's a tragic character, yes, but she's so evil at the same time. And like to pull the curtains down and go like, the whole world will make you happy. No, but that's not the point. Like, I don't know. It was a great scene between those two because they are so diametrically opposed in terms of personality types.
A lot of different symbols in here, and I don't know what they mean. There's a symbol on the little pebble rock or whatever that Hector had that he pulled out that he put in a crevice in the castle, the crack in the castle. And then there was the symbol that on Belmont's little gem that he found.
Well, to me, it looked like 3 symbols on Belmont's gem. It looked
Yeah.
like 3 different things side by side.
It almost looked like it spelled SOL, I swear.
I am curious because I don't remember if Hector's second thing that he put into the crack. I think in this episode he did 2 or maybe even 3.
He did 2, yeah.
I'm not sure if they were all the same symbol.
Well, we didn't get to see it, I don't think, the second one. I think we just saw him like put it in there.
Okay.
So we didn't
That
get to
would
see if
explain
it was the second symbol or not. And I was trying to think back if it was the same symbol that like was in any of the rituals to try to bring back Dracula, or if like, you know, there were in any symbols that we'd seen before. So yeah, curious where if how that's going to come back into play and like why he's putting it in the castle. Is it to like help weaken it? Are there little like points of contact that he needs to put within the castle? Maybe to try to get it to like eventually be able to move or whatever, like the same thing. They would need that stuff from Dracula, that piece from Dracula's castle as well. But or if it's like someplace just like, yeah, like points of interest to like summon something or somebody.
All interesting theories. I have no idea right now. So like I don't even have a working theory. It didn't even occur to me that it could be to make the castle move, but that's great.
That's great.
No, I mean that's a great idea. It just didn't even.
Yeah, it's a crazy
box.
idea. I mean, yeah, just we're always overcomplicating things. But you know, it's probably just something that for Hector being bored. It's just a little game that he's got going on. He just puts little stones. Correct.
Sure.
So do you think that the person that they met that just kind of ran away there at the end? Do you think that there really is like a hidden city underneath and they're protecting a family, or do you think that person's just crazy?
She had other people with her initially. Yeah. I think there's something.
Okay.
I don't think she's crazy. Now I could see where like the ruling family really didn't survive, or like the ruling family member that did is like the third cousin twice removed or something, who's like doesn't know the city, doesn't know the people, does not have an aptitude for ruling. But is like one of the, 5 people left in Tragoviste. And so they are like following them like I could see like if it's not what she says it is, I could see it being a setup like that.
Okay.
But I don't think it's something where like there literally is no one and they're talking to skeletons kind of crazy situation. Only because I find it harder to get on board with the other people being equally as crazy.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The only thing I was thinking of is if she was just bullshitting and just, you know, she always promises this to people but never actually takes them to the city so that she can always have like people around her and helping like you know, fighting for some kind of mission, and they never, like, you know, if you fight hard enough and I trust you, then I will take you down there. But there's not an actual place to go.
Thinking outside the box again. Well done, bud.
Thinking about crazy things. Crazy theories.
You're seeing way more possibility there than had even entered my brain yet. So way to go.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access or to see our full watch-along reactions, we got a link to Patreon down below in the description of this video and a playlist for all of our reactions for Castlevania. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Castlevania Season 4, Episode 2. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.